Howdy peeps, welcome back to the channel. I suspect we might have a few newbies here this time. As you may have known, last week or so Storm Babet came through England and it was mostly rain, so we've had a little bit of flooding. Now it doesn't happen very often here in this part of the country because we are the driest part of the UK in general, out here in East Anglia. But Storm Babet, she decided different, and she dropped a month's rainfall, more than a month's worth of rainfall in less than a day. Now if you've watched my videos previously, you'll know this gentle little meandering brook. Yeah, it's about 3 feet higher than it normally is. We look over into the field, and I'll zoom a bit. Yeah, we've got floodwaters up into the fields. I think I heard 60 to 70 mil of rain, which is getting on for 3 inches in way under 24 hours. Excuse the noise, that's the A11. I mean, we've got foam. You don't normally get foam on this stream. You can see how quickly it's running, how fast. Hopefully it'll all drop fairly rapidly. If we look over here where it's flooded the water meadow, clue in the name there, you can see how quickly it's still flowing down off the fields. Yeah, and it's not rained for a day and a half now. So how bad has it been, Sharp? Well, let me take a wander, get the bike. Well, I want to say it was in places quite tricky to cycle down here. If you know me and my cycling, you'll know that means it was pretty bad. As I say, this is the main road that leads from, well, London originally. Well, it's the M11, up through Cambridge all the way to Norwich. And there was a 10-mile section of it closed on Friday, and several other sections, purely because it was underwater. A lot of water. Even in Attleborough, which is up on a hill, the town isn't in the valley. Yeah, this isn't puddles, this is flood water. Yeah, so even in Attleborough, up on the hill, houses had to be evacuated. Thank you to the councillors. Taylor, you know who you are. They opened up the town hall and set up beds for people so that they had somewhere to sleep. Literally, that's flood water, and that's a fairly sizable bank there. The bank goes about 2 feet higher than where I'm standing, and it came over that. It's not just Attleborough that had it, pretty much all of East Anglia. Mary basically got rained in at work, the little village she works in, Walsham the Willows, river or stream much like the size of the one here, burst its banks, flooded out the village, and they all got trapped. They were taking people out with tractors. It was the only thing that could get through that deeper water. One of Mary's colleagues had to walk home because she lived in the village, and apparently walking down the pavement, the water was up to her waist. I say, and this all fell in, well, in the course of a day, less than a day, so let's go with 12 hours, maybe a little longer. So coming up here under the big old oak, still flooded up here. And again, might just be able to pick out the water through the trees. But yeah, so there's entire villages underwater basically. Let's see if I can get that. I don't know if I could actually see the screen, but we've got the sun on it. Yeah, you're getting the picture. So, fire brigade, the police have been super busy, basically saving people, pumping water. Not that kind of pumping, you dirty. And yeah, it all came, it's a bit of a shock. So we got the weather warnings for it being windy, which didn't actually happen. And again, here we got just to the right of my shadow, and literally flooded as far as the eye can see on the water meadows. Oh, I'm going to have to learn how to hold this camera a bit better, aren't I? It's a bit awkward trying to do it one-handed. So yeah, it's been an interesting few days. I mean, Mary's car, as I'm filming this, is still in, well, still at her workplace, because you couldn't get it out. They did try yesterday, but I'm not surprised given how deep this water is. So, and I know the land, and I know where that river stream is. That's got to be 6 foot deep. It's just ridiculous for that amount of rain to fall that fast, and that's where the problem was. It came so quick, so hard, so deep. Woof woof. That, you know, the drains, everything got full. Yeah, so not something that happens, as I say, very often in this part of the UK. But this storm didn't come from the west. It came more from the north and sort of circled around and came down the North Sea and pretty much made landfall at the Wash, which, if you don't know, is a very, very low-lying area. I mean, the whole of Norfolk is low-lying, let's be honest. A lot of it is below sea level. But the Wash itself is very low and very flat. I mean, on a normal day, the tide, if you go to the beach, the tide can come in and out half, 3/4 of a mile. On a high tide, a mile. So yes, people regularly get trapped up there. They go out on the beach, and then before they realise, the tide is coming in all around them. But yeah, That is just ridiculous. Oh, angry birdies. I've not heard of any people losing their lives or such. It's just mainly been property damage and just flooding. Oh, this is squelchy. But yeah. So that is normally a little stream. It's a full-blown river now. All sorts of muck coming down with it. So yeah, Mother Nature always wins, and I haven't heard yet how all the new builds that have been recently built and sold and moved into that are on the floodplains in Attleborough. I haven't heard how they've done, because literally it's the other side of this bank and the road is a floodplain, which they recently built a load of houses on. So all the water from the town will run down that way. Yeah, I just wanted to get this on film, on camera, and get it up on the tube of you. I mean, that is just taking the mickey. That's got to be 50 feet across. And I say at the deepest point, 6 foot deep. And it just goes on like this. So yeah. Stay safe out there, people. Certainly glad I weren't out camping in it, or even biking, or heck even having to go to work. Really glad I got the day off. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. I'm sure there are charity things, so if you want to donate something to a charity, then find those and click them. But yeah, thanks for watching and putting up with my bad camera and waffle. Stay safe, definitely stay safe. Peace out, rock on, bye bye.